Jude Bellingham is crucial to England in the World Cup. Today we're going to go through some tactical analysis. We're going to look at Jude without the ball, with the ball, and of course creating transitional moments with his pressing and work rate. Jude Bellingham, 19 years old, is setting the world on fire. Two massive games already in the World Cup against Iran in the group and Senegal in the round of 16. So far, Jude has been dominating the duels. Ground duels, he's won 61% of his duels so far, winning 5.5 on average. So we're going to have a look from a tactical perspective of why I believe Jude is the crucial part to England's team. I think first and foremost, it's in that defensive phase of the game when the opposition have the football. Obviously, it's big for, a team in European football or on the world stage to be able to press the opponent out of the back, but win the ball high and then transition quickly. The amount of pace that England have got on the wings is absolutely massive. You're thinking about England, winning the ball back high and then transitioning on a team like France or Brazil or Argentina. It's absolutely massive. And I think one of the things that Jude Bellingham has gained with Jordan Henderson playing in midfield with him, it allows him to join Harry Kane and become arguably a second forward and start the press high up from the pitch. And I think that gives England a really good aspect to their play, where not only can England block off, a number 6, but Jude can press in a way where he blocks off the other side of the pitch, stopping those balls into midfield and forcing the opposition into playing loose passes that get intercepted, and then England can play through. We're going to go through a number of examples today to look at Jude's defensive alertness, but his ability to close space quickly as well. Very quick off the mark to close down the opponent. So let's jump into the Senegal game and have a little bit of a look at a few moments. This is inside 6 minutes in the game. What I like about Jude is his reaction to when England lose the ball. I think it's very, very good. He's very aware at reading the play. There were moments in the game where he intercepted the ball after reading where Senegal were going to play through. But let's take a look at a few moments where he was destabilising the Senegal backline with pressure from deep areas. So Harry Kane's bringing the ball down in this move. He loses the ball with a pretty bad first touch, and Senegal regain the ball through Mendy. Obviously, from this situation, Mendy's got a whole host of options to play through, but Jude has got a number of options that he could press. He could press Sis, the midfielder near him. He could go to the far side winger that's probably covered by Phil Foden, or close down Koulibaly. He goes with the last option, shutting down Koulibaly and forcing Koulibaly into a position where he hasn't really got anywhere to play because of Jude's ability with his body shape. He's basically cutting off the two Senegalese defensive midfielders, creating a very small channel for Koulibaly to play through. Of course, Koulibaly's pass is intercepted by Phil Foden, but the impact of Jude and his ability to not only close that space down, but cause the opposition to feel a bit uncomfortable. Jude's a pretty tall fella, he's pretty strong in the challenge, and he's also, as you mentioned previously, very good at winning those duels. Destabilising Koulibaly off his feet, and England win the ball back. But as well, he's not finished in these moments that, he's ready to counter-press as soon as England lose the ball. And that exactly happened in this move. Phil Foden's dodgy touch, counter-pressed, won the ball back. And these are situations that get created by a player like Jude in these moments, that you can basically create a counter-attacking situation, a 3-on-3, to allow England to break through. That consistently happened in the first 10 minutes against Senegal. The Bellingham was really sort of stamping his authority, especially on someone like Koulibaly. Here's another duel where he won the ball off Koulibaly, again creating a 3v3 situation for England to counter-attack. England flooding the ball with 4 players, 4-on-4, good ball into the box, defended well by Senegal. But that pressure and that ability to be aggressive, I think, is absolutely massive for England going into the knockout stages. You don't want the opposition's centre-backs, defensive midfielders, to feel like they've got the freedom to play through, the freedom to get on the ball and, play slowly through the lines, get their rhythm. He's basically going to disrupt the opposition playing out from the back, a crucial part of modern football. Taking it further, let's take a look at another moment. Again, another good counter-pressing situation, but also highlighting his quality on the ball. That's the side that I really like about Jude Bellingham's defensive side. which we don't talk about much because, you know, when you see Jude, it's the Cruyffs, it's the skills, it's the flip-flaps, it's the ability to create for his teammates, his ability to connect defence and attack with dribbles. But that counter-pressing thing, I think, is absolutely massive in his game. So we've got another moment with Jude playing in midfield, again, linking with the front three. I thought with Jude playing more as a left-sided central midfielder in a more natural 4-3-3, we actually saw the best of him, linking in a triangle on that left-hand side. You know, the connection between him, Phil Foden and Luke Shaw was really, really good. The rotation was excellent where, you know, you'd have Foden inside, Shaw in a high position, Bellingham deep at left back, getting on the ball in those deep areas, but also we saw the rotation of Jude being inside, Foden wide, Shaw deep. I think that was really good from England as well. But again, the crucial link was Jude Bellingham playing as this left central midfielder that moved around, and I feel like that gave England a really good base on that side. So let's take a look at one of those moves. Again, Bellingham, little fake Cruyff, came back on the inside, looked to connect with Phil Foden with a 1-2. But again, Senegal crowded the ball really well and won it back. But instantly, Bellingham going in there to win the ball back, creating a counter-attacking situation for England. In this moment, you know, there's an option to shoot. There's a ball to Harry Kane on the reverse. But he gets fouled by the Senegalese and England win a really, really good free kick. And it must be very difficult to play against him because you're always kind of constantly thinking about, is he going to press you? Is he going to run you? Is he going to cause you problems with the ball at his feet? Bellingham won 9 out of his 15 duels against Senegal. And I think that's, you know, testament to him as a footballer, but also completed 91% of his passes. Let's move on to one of his big moments of the game, his assist that opened up the game for England, the first assist in the game. We've got the sort of left-hand triangle highlighted. John Stones in possession of the football, Luke Shaw wide, Foden high, and Bellingham inside. This is a really, really good possession move. This is something that England need to do a little bit more frequently, because they've got the ability to do this. We know that Harry Kane likes to drop off the line. We know that Bellingham is very comfortable in that 9 position. Henderson's got great energy to break into the penalty area. And that's something that we need to see more from England going through. The play is kind of opening up now. I think one of the things to notice as well is the Senegalese central midfielder gets on the wrong side of Jude Bellingham, and that starts off the problem for him. You know, he doesn't really need to be in that moment. Again, his teammates kind of pressing the football from sort of an in position to out. The ball on the sideline is on. The fullback is going to engage Phil Foden, so you don't massively need to be in that kind of advanced position. It gives Bellingham a slight moment to move forward. Really good play from Phil Foden, ball to feet, little back heel to open up the space. And as you can see with Kane dropping off, I think, you know, a lot of pundits have been frustrated with Kane dropping deep. It's absolutely fine if someone fills the position. That is the crucial part of playing as a false 9 or playing as a deep lying forward. You need someone to make the run the opposite way. I think England really struggled against USA because nobody was making that forward motion. In this play against Senegal, both the midfielders move into the attacking area that's been vacated by Harry Kane, and it scores a goal for England. Moving forward, of course, Harry Kane receiving the ball to feet, getting himself turned. Again, one of his best attributes. Great ball in behind the defence. And you can see the gap between the two Senegalese centre-halves gets opened up by Harry Kane, and his movement off the line is absolutely massive and opens up a huge area for Jude Bellingham to get in behind. He's got the composure and quality, as we mentioned previously, to slow himself down in the penalty area, simply play it across to Jordan Henderson and put the ball in the back of the net. And that's the real quality in the final third. Against Senegal, Jude created 2 chances, 1 assist in the match, and also put that really good cross in that we previously had a look at going forward. But that's the kind of thing that stands out in people's minds, those goal contributions or the carry for the second goal, which we'll take a look at in a sec. But arguably the best part of Jude Bellingham's game against Senegal was his work off the ball. Won 4 out of his 4 tackles. He's won 11 out of his 11 tackles in the World Cup so far. 100% of his tackles won, which is absolutely incredible for a central midfielder. 2 interceptions in the game as well. And again, we go back to that sort of number 10 position. That arguably the free role in a defensive sense to allow him to put pressure on the ball and pressure really on, Koulibaly. Koulibaly really didn't get himself into the game, and we know how good Koulibaly can be on the ball. If you've watched Napoli over the years or you've watched Chelsea, you know, you can, if you allow him to dictate, he will do. So you have to put pressure. And again, it was something that Bellingham's athletic ability and his speed off the line allowed him to kind of really close down that play. This is another instance of England catching Senegal in their build-up shape. Again, these are key principles for England in the knockout stages, and Bellingham is a massive part of this. You can see it from this play with Bellingham breaking from midfield, again putting pressure on that ball. closing down the pass into Sis into midfield. Again, Kane's probably got the angle into Mendy, so the only ball has got to go into the feet of the right winger. Phil Foden's got the left back kind of covered, and it's just really intelligent play, something you don't expect from a 19-year-old. This is stuff that you'd probably see from a prime Jordan Henderson, at 27 at Liverpool when they were winning the Premier League, they were winning the Champions League. That awareness. So, of course, the play goes forward. Luke Shaw steps in, intercepts really well. What I love in this moment is the first touch is brilliant. It's on the half turn. It's opening himself up to instantly play forward. And, we focused on his defensive work today, but the quality and skill and ability to instantly turn on the ball, instantly play forward. And Luke Shaw, without that bad first touch, should be putting the ball in the back of the net. Another situation created by his good play from a defensive position. Let's move on to the kind of transitional moments. The second goal for England just before half-time at such a crucial moment. And the way that Bellingham not only wins the ball back, the ability to close the space between him and the defensive midfielder and then go on the dribble and then move it to his weaker left foot and play through is just simply sublime. As the ball's breaking out, Bellingham's in almost a sprint position to get himself into that closed area. You could see how much space there is for the player in possession. And I think almost with his pace and his size, it's almost intimidating for him to close that down in such an aggressive manner. He wins the ball with his head, flicks it round, and then the quality on the carry. Senegal are getting bodies back on the ball. They're all coming to press the ball. He carries through. And in this position, Senegal have got bodies back. It's a 5v3, but his ability to not only dribble past the midfielder that's moved back, but also pull in a defender to create that 2v1. And we mentioned that left-footed pass as well, dragging it on his right foot to come across the defender, then playing with his left foot to Phil Foden to simply slide. But his ability to carry on the counter-attack and draw opponents in is simply sublime. Opens up the play. Simple little move from Phil Foden to Harry Kane, and England, win the game. It's game over at that point. And that's all in one game. I think Bellingham's attacking play has been massively celebrated, but I think his defensive play is something that could win England the World Cup. I really do. His ability to not only win those duels, win those tackles, put pressure, intercept, play high. It allows England and Gareth Southgate to, in certain games, allow the opposition to have the ball. And knowing that you've got one of the best players in the final third to win the ball back. Jude Bellingham's won 3 tackles in the final third so far. Only Julia Hoylett's won more in the competition. His 5 goal-creating actions at the World Cup has been absolutely brilliant. Only Kylian Mbappe has more goal-creating actions than Jude Bellingham. He tops England for tackles won, ball recoveries and dribbles completed. What a player, what a talent. And he's one reason why England will win the World Cup. Simple as that, guys. Smash that like button, share the video, subscribe if you're new, check out SofaScore, and we'll see you later.